From the worst Memorial Day weekend box office in decades to new TV apps and bundle deals, there's a lot to unpack in media. Here with all that is lead analyst at TVREV, Alan Wolk. Alan, good to see you. It was a bloodbath over the holiday weekend, worst since 1995. Somehow Kristen and I did not make it out to Garfield or Mad Max. Is this going to be a brutal summer at the box office?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I think you've got a number of things going on. First and foremost is the fact that going to the movies has just become a pretty awful experience, especially compared to what people can do at home. So you have a number of smaller theaters closed down during pandemic, so we're left with these big multiplexes. You have people, looking on their phones during the movie, actually talking on their phones, talking to each other. You have endless trailers and ads before the movie starts. You have almost $20 to buy popcorn and a soda. And theaters often aren't all that clean. So it's just not a really pleasant experience for the most part. And couple that with the fact that a lot of movies are coming to TV, coming to streaming a lot earlier than they used to. And so people don't feel that pressure to go out there. So you have all that, and that's a pretty big thing. The second piece is that TV has really sort of become much more of a cultural touchstone than the movies. If you think back, we used to have all these great movies everybody would talk about, whole, indie film community. And what's happening now is that all that's been sort of shifted to TV, that people talk about what they're watching on TV, prestige series like Succession and even, things like Yellowstone that are very popular. Movies get a lot less buzz. The industry at some level did that to itself by focusing on things like superhero movies and, IP. Just the fact that what I mean when I say IP property is very telling, right?
So let's shift toward TV then, Alan. Charter's introduced a deal with Paramount to offer Paramount Plus and BET Plus to its 28 million broadband subscribers. What are the implications of that?
So it's a part of something we've been calling the great rebundling, right? So when streaming started, everybody thought, okay, all this bundle cable bundle was going to go away. Everybody would pay for individual services. Turns out consumers don't really like that. They just want to pay one price for things. So Charter, which supplies broadband, which you need to watch streaming, and everybody needs broadband, has been very smart. So a couple of months back, they were in a carriage dispute with Disney, and they struck a deal to get their subscribers a reduced rate on Disney Plus and Hulu and the whole Disney bundle. This time they've struck a deal with Paramount. Hey, we'll give you the ad-supported Paramount Plus and ad-supported BET Plus for free on our platform for our subscribers. They have over 28 million subscribers, over 28 million households. So that's really a great thing for Paramount and for Charter, because it sort of creates loyalty for Charter, gets Paramount more subscribers, and for consumers, it's just sort of one less bill to pay. It's just much easier for them, and we're going to start seeing a lot more of that. The other thing that's significant is that it's the ad-supported version of Paramount Plus. So what's happening is that all of these streaming services have added an ad-supported tier, and now they need people to take them up on it. And the problem has been that the price difference between the ad-free and the ad-supported hasn't been that big. So by offering them the ad-free as part of a bundle where it's a lot less money, or in this case, free, you get a lot more people taking them up on the ad-free version because it is a considerable cost savings. And that's going to allow them to create the sort of revenue that they need to survive, because they're not going to do it on subscription fees alone.
Now the question is, who's going to own Paramount moving forward? There are some rumors that Skydance had upped their bid, and that Warner Brothers Discovery's kind of some rumors floating around that they might make a purchase of Paramount. That's why you saw the WBD stock pop yesterday. But you've also got some updates on that sports app that's Warner Brothers, Fox and company. What are you hearing? And ultimately, if Warner Brothers does not have the NBA, are they really even a part of this streaming package?
Yeah, so let's unpack it. So finally, it has a name. It's going to be called Venue. It doesn't have a price yet. So there has been a report that's been getting a lot of headlines that said something about 60% of sports fans say that they would probably subscribe to it. We don't really buy that because when you ask people a theoretical question like that, especially outside of price, I mean, think of how many people said they would leave America if Trump got elected, and it just doesn't happen, right? So you have people saying they might. I look at it and I say, okay, if it's $50 a month, I can get YouTube TV, the virtual MVPD, for about $72, and I also get CBS and NBC. So if I'm a football fan in particular, if I want to watch anything on CBS or NBC, then I need something other than Venue. And to your point, yes, if there is no NBA on WBD, that's a lot of initials there. Then they are SOL because there's really not a whole lot on there left in terms of what they have on sports. And the TNT and the NBA was a big thing. Charles Barkley has expressed his opinions on what's going on pretty strongly, but it would seem to be a big black mark against that service initially, but against anybody actually paying money for it if there's no NBA games.
Alan, thank you for joining us. Holiday shortened week with that Memorial Day on Monday. Alan's a lead analyst at TVREV.